Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful.
Good morning guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a very exciting day because I get my new car. I'm very excited. I just got a text this morning from BMW to say that your car will be delivered between 3 and 5 p.m. So that's good. I wasn't sure if they were going to give me a slot or not, and it basically means I might be home in time for the car delivery because I'm currently at my parents', and so it will take me 4 hours to get home. Yeah, so initially Keegan was going to, you know, make sure he's in, but I might even be there myself.
This is my last ever road trip in this Mini, which is very sad because this is my first car. It's been the perfect car for me as my first car. I got this in 2019. There's a video here if you want to watch when I first got this car. I got it when I was single, living in London, before I even had Ava. It's just been the absolute perfect car for me with my previous life, and in my current life it's not quite perfect now. Obviously I've got a dog, and with a dog comes a lot of stuff as well. Whenever I'm traveling with a suitcase in the back, plus Ava and all of Ava's things. At Christmas this car is packed full when I'm taking loads of belongings of my own and Ava's and Christmas presents. I've now obviously got a partner who is a lot bigger than me, and he looks like a giant in this car. He's got 2 kids, so I'm often ferrying the kids around to different things, plus doing bigger weekly shops sometimes. Like, basically I need a bigger car, which I'm sure many of you already know this, and many of you are probably really grateful that I've gotten a new car because now I can stop talking about it. Because I've been preparing for this since about July last year, where I went and looked at some cars with my dad, and I started to think about it way too soon really, but I was just excited, and so since then I've been talking about it fairly frequently. So after this vlog you're not going to hear much about it. You'll obviously see my car and see the inside of it quite a lot with these filming, you know, with these driving vlogs. Also, just to reinforce, just so you're aware, the camera is safely mounted on a car camera mount. This is a camera mount that is designed for cameras in the car, and it's safely mounted on the windscreen. It's secure, I don't need to touch it. I start the camera rolling before I set off, and then I stop it rolling when either it cuts off, because there's a limit on the filming, like every 16 minutes the camera cuts out, or when I stop and the car has stopped and the engine's off, then I will touch the camera. So it's completely safe. I'm also aware that it looks scarier when you're watching it back, because even I've watched some of my vlogs back and I'm like, oh my gosh, how on earth could I see like the traffic? But you have to remember, whilst you're watching me full screen right now, for me, the camera is a tiny portion of my windscreen. I can see everything in front of me here, and I can see everything there. The camera is only small, so it's not even, you know, preventing me from viewing the road. So please rest assured, I would never be irresponsible with touching technology whilst driving and all that, so it's very safe. Got my lunch, got a roast chicken and sweet corn sandwich, 2 boiled eggs and some spinach and a Diet Coke. I'm back in the car. I've just eaten my sandwich and I've just recorded a reel that I'm gonna post on Instagram. Let me save draft, I'll post it in a minute. Oh, I did also get, which I didn't show you in the shop, this white chocolate peanut and caramel protein bar, because I knew I'd want something sweet, so I thought I'd go for that. I've really got into boiled eggs of late, guys. Absolutely love them. I mean, I have been eating them with buffalo sauce at home. I've been putting buffalo sauce all over it and eating it. It's so much better. At moments like these, I've got my Florida holiday in mind, where I'm like, sure, I could go and get a burger from Burger King and enjoy it, but I'm trying to get in shape for Florida. Because I know when I go to Florida, I'm gonna eat whatever I like. I mean, these spinach and egg pots are great, but they are a rip-off. I think it was like £2.50 for 2 eggs and a bit of spinach. I think I filmed a video in this car park years ago, before the pandemic, January 2020, when I was on the way to the Lake District to do a yoga retreat with Leah. It was one of my first ever Q&As in the car. See you on the other side.
Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows.
Just arrived home, and my HelloFresh box has arrived. I'll unpack that now before I go to pick up my car. It turns out the transporter that my car is on can't get down the road, so they were like, we might need to meet you somewhere else nearby. So I'm waiting for a call for them. It should be very soon. But yeah, while I'm doing that, let me unpack this and put it in the fridge. This video has very kindly been sponsored by HelloFresh, so thank you so much for working with me again. I am buzzing for this week's recipes. This is just a side, but look at that. Triple cheese garlic focaccia bread.
Oh my gosh. So the other ones we've gone for are beef meatballs with red currant sauce. That is, I think we're gonna have that with the kids. I think they'll like that. Pill inspired prawns. Keegan loves pill, so went for that. And sirloin steak and hand-cut rosemary chips. I've gone for that because Keegan never eats red meat anymore. Since meeting me, we just have white meat. And the other day I was like, do you miss eating red meat? And he was like, well, not really, I still have it if I go out for dinner. But I was like, let me get you some red meat. So we've got some sirloin steak. I will actually try it and have it. And red meat's never my ultimate fave, but this will be a test of HelloFresh to see how much I like steak. All unpacked nice and neatly. Meal 1, meal 2, meal 3. Fantastic. Right guys, we're just skipping ahead to the future now. It is Wednesday evening, the kids are here. We thought we were gonna have the beef meatballs and mash with the kids, but we gave them the choice and they actually want the steak recipe. So, as I said, I'm not the biggest steak fan, but everyone else in this household is steak mad. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a go and I'm gonna see if I like it as well. The thing I love most about HelloFresh is just how easy it is, and it's honestly made me love cooking. Before I moved in with Keegan, I hated cooking. I would never really cook for myself. I would just put things in the oven and make, if I did make things, it would be very basic. So the fact now that I'm stood here, I'm gonna make homemade triple cheese garlic focaccia and steak, sirloin steak with hand-cut rosemary chips. Here I am peeling the rosemary. I just never thought I would do it and enjoy it. We've already picked Fletcher up from school and Keegan's actually out collecting Taylor from school because she was on a school trip today. So whilst he's doing that and picking Taylor up, I'm hopefully gonna have dinner ready on the table by the time they get home. And I just love it. I love the whole process of it. HelloFresh make it super easy. It comes already in a paper bag, brown paper bag. So all you have to do is find the paper bag that corresponds with the recipe and then follow the instructions. It just makes it so simple. The types of recipes are really good, so they have really quick, rapid recipes, which only take 20 minutes, which to be honest is the sort of recipe I would start with as someone who didn't like cooking. I didn't want to spend long in the kitchen, so the 20-minute recipes were ideal. Whereas now, these ones are taking between 35 and 40 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine, I can definitely do that. So if you want to try out HelloFresh for yourself, use my code HelloJoel60 and you'll get 60% off your first box and 25% off your first 2 months. And I think there are a few extra little free gifts in there as well. There are also calorie smart recipes, which are amazing. They're really good if you sort of wanted to eat healthy in the week and count the calories. They're all on MyFitnessPal, so you can track them if you like tracking calories. What we tend to do is order the majority of the meals, the smart ones, the calorie smart ones, and then 1, maybe 2 of slightly more indulgent ones like these. Keegan's 10-year-old son just said that he prefers HelloFresh to other recipe boxes that we have tried in the past. He was like, HelloFresh are definitely better. They have better choice and it's just more diverse. I was like, damn it, why couldn't you say that when I was filming? And it just keeps it interesting. I'm not eating the same things every night now. I'm not just eating chicken and broccoli. I'm actually eating a diverse range of foods, which is good for your gut bacteria, which I'm all about this year. Here we go. Keegan and Taylor are back from school and the steak is ready.
How are you feeling about your steak, John?
It looks good, it smells great. The rosemary chips smell amazing and the garlic butter smells good and the focaccia looks incredible. Well, dinner was a success. We finished clearing up, just need to put that away. And I actually liked it, guys. Surprisingly, it was actually really, really nice. I think since a child, I've always been like, don't like steak, don't like it. Whereas I probably haven't actually properly had it. When me and Keegan first started dating, he took me to a steak restaurant and it was really nice. And it was no different today. That sirloin steak from HelloFresh was lovely. Is it something I'd have all the time? Probably not. I'll probably stick to my chicken recipes. Prefer chicken, definitely. But every so often it is good to have some red meat because I know Keegan loves red meat and he never has it anymore because I'm here. And he never has mushrooms because I hate mushrooms. I won't allow him to have mushrooms in the house. So also guys, the other day I bought 2 bunches of daffodils because it is the season, isn't it? And all the supermarkets sell bunches of daffodils for like £1, they usually are. They were in Tesco anyway. So I bought a couple and I don't know how long daffodils last, but it always reminds me, like my mum used to do that growing up and still does, where she'll just buy a couple of bunches of daffodils every week during the Easter period and during spring. And I was like, you know what, I want to start doing that because I like flowers, but flowers are expensive. And so I'd never treat myself to flowers. Lucy, when I used to live with Lucy, she used to treat herself to flowers every so often. But I'd be like, ooh, bougie, I'm not going to spend that much on a bunch of flowers. But if it's £1 for a bunch of daffodils, like I'm happy to do it.
Anyway, reunited with Ava. Good girl. We all missed you. Do you want to go for a wee? No. I just can't relax, guys. I'm feeling very stressed. I don't know when they're going to call to say the car is here. I thought they'd be here by now. But also, they're going to, as I said, be calling me to say, we've stopped on this road. Can you come and meet us and pick up the car? Because they, I don't know if I told you. Maybe I didn't tell you. I've told my mum. They said basically they can't get down the road because of the low hanging trees, and it's, you know, it's quite small roads around here. It's a bit rural. So they were like, we're not going to be able to make it down there. So do you know where we could park? And I said, there's big supermarkets nearby. You could go there, or I don't really know because I don't know how big the truck is. But anyway, so he's gonna ring me when he's nearby to tell me where he's parked up, and then I'll have to go meet him. I'm feeling a bit stressed. I managed to sort my insurance, so I'm now insured on the new car, which is good because I need to drive it. Right guys, I can see it. I'm meeting them at the top of the road. It's a big transporter. It's not what I thought. I thought it'd be a very small one. Here it is, guys. It's got to come down. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Well guys, I mean, I apologise for this steering wheel, but I haven't, obviously, there we go, got my camera mount up in the car yet. I can't believe it. It's here. Oh look, there's little racing stripes on the seats. Oh my gosh, I mean, that was an experience, watching the car, my new car, come off the back of the lorry. I mean, I've never had a car delivered before. My Mini, I went to pick up from the garage. So I've got these documents here. Okay, so it has 12 months tax already paid on it. That's good. I feel like, I said to my mum, I'm just gonna end up sitting in the car tonight. Keegan's out at rugby, he's got a rugby game. He's not playing, but he has, well, it doesn't have to be there, but he wants to be there to support them because it's on TV. So he's gonna be out all tonight, so I'm gonna be by myself. And I remember vividly from getting my Mini, the day I got my Mini, I actually filmed in my car, feeling a bit upset. I never posted the footage, and I've got it here, but I'm not actually gonna play it. But I remember sitting in the car being like, I'm really happy, obviously I've got this car, but I felt really sad because I had nowhere to go and no one to share it with. Obviously I was living with Lucy, but I don't think she was at home. I just wish I had more close friends, but I just don't have friends anymore. And I feel like once people get in relationships, they just disappear. Loads of my friends, it's getting to that age, late 20s, where people just couple up. And that's it. Us singletons are just left on our own, which is actually how I wanted it, but yeah, it is just a bit sad. Whereas obviously I don't feel sad now. I'm like, cool, this is my car. I'll show you it in a minute. But yeah, I feel very, very blessed that I've been able to afford a car like this. I mean, as I said, it's not brand new, it's like 8 months old, and I did manage to get a good deal on it, but it's definitely pushing myself a little bit. I'm paying more for this than I was paying for my Mini, but then I suppose that's to be expected because this car is a lot bigger. The boot is huge compared to the Mini. I've got 5 doors. They call it 5 doors, don't they? Even though it's 4 and a boot or a trunk. But yeah, 5 doors instead of the 3 of the Mini, and it just feels a lot bigger. I think what I'm also going to do is film another video of me setting up my car. Some of you will be like, Joe, I'm not interested in that. But if you're not, you don't have to watch. But basically, I want to like move the seats. This feels like really far forward. I need to get used to the controls, but I want to get in like my phone charger, some coins. I want chewing gum in here. I want my lip balms in here. I want Ava's blanket in here, her seat belt. I want my shopping bags. Like literally, I'm just gonna do a what's in my car. You know how people do like what's in my bag challenges? I'm gonna do a what's in my car. The thing is, isn't it? It's like no one is that excited by someone's new car unless it's you. Like, I'm so excited by this new car, but no one else is as excited, which obviously, but it's one of those things where I'm like, look, my new car. But I suppose the reaction for other people is just like, cool, happy for you. But yeah, very cool. Well, here she is, guys. I'm thinking of getting a home tinting kit and tinting the rear mirrors, but I love her so much. How cool. So it's the smallest of the X ranges. So this is an X1. They have X3s, X5s, X7s even. So this is the smallest, but for me, this is big. Like the fact that I've got back doors as well. So this is what the inside looks like. Got the striped seats, which is nice. And then the boot, I can open from my key. And compared to the Mini, this is huge. And that is the end of the vlog, guys. I'm afraid I'm not very well at the moment, so I'm just trying to do what work I can and edit my videos. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, if you'd like to try out HelloFresh, then you can use my code HelloJoel60 for 60% off your first box and then 25% off your first 2 months. We've just had another one of their recipes this afternoon, which was absolutely lovely. It was fish, and I don't normally eat fish. I'm definitely trying new foods, which is really good, because yeah, it was delicious. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.